Things are popping in the GnG Connect League. Trades flying back and forth. We're going to talk about it. Let's get it. Welcome to the DY Prods channel. I am your guy, DY Fly. What it do? Now, we're here to talk about some trades, ladies and gentlemen. If your league is somewhat like mine, where it's like the trading is moderate, you know, on the lower end, kind of in the middle, but not really, no one's really making that many moves or whatever. You want to see some things happen sometimes, right? And the way to get things shaken is to have an earthquake. If your league sees Patrick Mahomes on the move, that'll get things shaken. Justin Jefferson, Jettas, that'll get things shaken. CMC at this junction of his career, you know, you don't know if he's going to give you 18 points a game or 12 points a game, or if he's even going to start the season. That's where I'm at. But you don't even know. He's a mystery box player right now. You don't know. If your league sees him on the move, that'll get things shaken. Right? The person that has caused all this ruckus, it's not Patty the GOAT. It's not Justin Jefferson. It's not CMC. You know? The person that has caused all this shakeup to its core is the heartbreak kid, McCarthy.
The showstopper, the headliner, the main event, the heartbreak kid.
That's right. McCarthy is the person that I have put my faith in. That is why I have shipped Patty off. And that's why these trades that we're about to talk about have been flying back and forth. But for me, I believe in KOC, Kevin O'Connell. I believe he is the best play caller in the league. Not the best head coach. You know, he has a ways to get there. But I believe as a play caller, I think he's the best. He is an actual quarterback guru, a quarterback whisperer. He is actually one of those, you know. He's been dealing with bum quarterbacks for the past couple years, and now he has his guy. But we talk about quarterback whisperers, right? Kevin O'Connell really is that. We look at somebody like Brian Daboll. No, man. No, he's not a quarterback whisperer. Here's why. Jay-Z, he has an old quote from Lost Ones, right? It's saying, if you made Hove, go make another Hove, right? And it's like, yeah, if you made Josh Allen to be a great quarterback, then go make another one, right? He hasn't done it. So, no, he doesn't get the quarterback whisperer title. None of these dudes. Kyle Shanahan, none of them. Not even Sean McVay, no. And my thing is like, if you really are a quarterback whisperer, then you would be clamoring to get one of these guys like a Joe Milton with a cannon arm that can run, right? Get one of these guys, Anthony Richardson, trade for him, and then, you know, just build them up and then make another Josh Allen. They're already super athletes. They just need to learn how to play the position. And if you're such a quarterback guru or a quarterback whisperer, then you should be able to do that with this guy or that guy. But they don't. And they get all this hype and acclaim off of really good players that want to be better, that want to be legit, that want to be great. And they live off the remnants off of that for forever. Brian Daboll has been living off the Josh Allen remnants forever. Just like Joe Burrow has been living off the remnants of that stinky ass Super Bowl since 2021. We're in 2025. I'm staying on Joe Burrow's neck. Moving on. I believe in McCarthy. Okay? I think he's going to shock some people. I think he's going to put up some numbers. That's just me, but that's that's why I can trade away Patty, get a Justin Jefferson, help out my wide receiver room, and then go with Jalen Hitman Hurts.
The excellence of execution.
And JJ McCarthy. We take a look at some of the trades we pick up from where we went off on Friday, and then Saturday night comes, and James Conner, the running back from the Cardinals, he goes for a 10th round pick. Stop Father It Hurts.
Yeah.
That name is crazy. He got traded to the Shiesties for a 10th round pick, right? We're going to take a look at their team. And then I wake up Sunday morning, and early Sunday morning, a 7 a.m. trade. Ooh, people are like, oh my goodness, they looking at they fantasy teams like, oh, I need to get things popping, what's going on. They looking at my team, they looking at Willis Lays the Wood. We're going to take a look, but Willis Lays the Wood sends a quarterback, Michael Penix Jr., to Team Green for a 9th round pick. Now, that was a good move for Willis Lays the Wood because they traded away their 8th and 10th round pick last week, and now they supplement one of those picks with a 9th round pick. So I see what he's trying to do. Good move. Team Green gets Michael Penix. We're going to talk about him in a second. So then we move on to the next trade. The Shiesties, they say they're looking for a good quarterback. They put it in the chat, I'm looking for a good quarterback. So Team Green has an extra quarterback. He has Justin Fields. So he had Justin Fields, and he traded away Michael Penix. But the trade was the Shiesties sent away Drake London. Yes, you heard it right. The Shiesties sent away Drake London to Team Green for Justin Fields. Now, it's kind of shocking to me because Drake London's being passed around like a $2 hoe. So I don't understand his value right now in this league, but apparently it's not that high. Team Green, he got himself a nice little squad. He got the stack. He got the Michael Penix and Drake London stack. So if Michael Penix pops off, then it's going to be good news for him. I think this is better for Drake London than Michael Penix. I think Drake London is going to have a good season regardless. Michael Penix is just going to support that. I don't know where he's going to fall in terms of quarterbacks. Maybe 15 to 12 or something, but I don't know. We'll see. Then do we get another trade? No, that is it. But I just wanted to hit on that. Let's take a look at the rosters. We're going to look at Willis Lays the Wood. So Willis Lays the Wood, everyone's looking at his roster right now. They're trying to look at their roster, compare, how they stack up. Joe Burrow, 2K Saquon Barkley.
Eagles got Saquon Barkley.
Yeah! They squabbling out there now. Yeah!
That's right. He got his running back CMC, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison, JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Kyron Williams, Jerry Jeudy, and Patrick Mahomes. Right? Patty the GOAT. So everybody's looking at his team thinking, okay, he's the one to beat. Even though he hasn't won a championship since, I don't know, 2010, 2000, it's 2025. So maybe like 2015, something like that. I mean, I see people having kids and they haven't had a championship since they had a kid, right? So, it's been since Jesus of Nazareth was walking the earth, but maybe this might be his year. I don't know. Let's take a look at Team Green. This is why he had to make the move, right? So he look at his team, and he won like 12 games last season, but he couldn't get the job done. Oh,
Yeah.
You see his team: Lamar Jackson, James Cook, Derrick Henry, T. Higgins, Drake London, Brian Thomas Jr., and Michael Penix. Yeah, man. He got some dudes on his team. All right, he got some dudes on his team, and then he got Anthony Richardson, but he had Justin Fields. Yeah, he had Justin Fields. I guess he didn't believe in him. I guess not. And that's why he traded him. So you look at the other team that made a move, the Shiesties. They said they wanted a good quarterback because they got Tua, So we look at his team: Kyler Murray, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Ladd McConkey, Brock Bowers, and Justin Fields, and he traded for James Conner. This is the thing. You have to know your league mates, okay? You have to know your league mates. This is someone who usually drops all their players every single year. And for somehow, some way, they're in the playoff hunt every single year. All right? So he's not going to drop everyone this year, which is kind of interesting, but that means your boy might get a couple players he got his eye on. So, you know, we're going to see. But his team, yeah, he got a couple dudes, man. He got a couple dudes. But let's take a look at the last team before taking a look at my team, right? We're going to take a look at the champion, too. So the one that traded away James Conner, I thought he was going to keep him, but he has Jordan Love, Kenneth Walker, K9, Devin Achane, Puka, Nico, Rasheed, and Justin Herbert, right? He got a couple other guys on the bench. He got Tony Pollard, too. I don't know if he's going to keep him. This is the guy I got Jalen Hurts from. I traded him Jordan Love, K9, and Devin Achane. So you have to know your league mates. Some people, this is one of the guys that are active, and sometimes they overtrade. We're going to see how it works out. The season has to play out, but sometimes, you know, their roster looks right, and then they make an extra move. So we're going to see. Let's take a look at the champion that won last year. I don't know how to say this man's name. Flegmikoff, I guess. But he's rolling with Baker, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, Jamar, Cortland Sutton, Ricky Pearsall, devontasmith, CeeDee Lamb, and CJ Stroud, right? He has Najee on the bench, Trey McBride, and Debo on the bench as well. That's the champion that won last year. You see, you got the Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Baker stack. That's what killed a lot of people. And he traded for Josh Jacobs right before the season started. So that was a good move, which put him over the top. So that's who we're going against. Then we take a look at my team once more. The final boss.
This is what happens when you fuck with the final boss.
That's right. We see it. Jalen Hitman Hurts.
The excellence of execution.
That's right. AJ Brown, Swole Batman. You see you got Breece Hall, Jaden Reed, Sam Darnold, Braylon Allen, Tyrone Tracy, JJ McCarthy, the Heartbreak Kid. Let's push the button.
The showstopper, the headliner, the main event, the Heartbreak Kid.
Listen, he's going to have Bo Nix numbers. Like, whatever Bo Nix did last season, he's going to top that. He's either going to get that and top it or just surpass it altogether. Jonnu Smith, who just got traded to the Steelers, and I got Devontae Adams, Rome Odunze, and Justin Jefferson, and Jalen Wright. You know, I had to bolster up this wide receiver room. We're going to see what happens. But that's what we're looking at, man. I like to see the league getting active. You know, sometimes you got to shake things up. And I told my co-commish this too. I'm like, listen, this was like a couple years ago. Every year it's like nothing's happening. And then I'm like, all right, yo, let's just make a little trade. Let's see what happens, you know? Let's get things shaking. And, you know, maybe he'll do it if it's worth it to him. I'm like, yeah, you know, I'll trade a little bottom of the roster pick or whatever. I'll trade that. But we made a big trade, just two big boulders, you know. Patty, Justin Jefferson, CMC, Rome Odunze, some heavy hitters that might make a difference in the fantasy world this year. So I'm excited. That's all I got. Yeah, man, hit the like button. It's me versus the algorithm. We're going to keep updates on the GnG Connect League. And you know the deal.
Nigga, you going to get down or you going to fucking lay down?